Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. I'm here today to bring the review for My Hero Academia manga chapter 297. And now this chapter is all about the breakout of One for All. No, All for One? Yeah, All for One. All for One. You know I always get those confused. But anyway, this chapter is all about the breakout. It has begun within this chapter, and that's pretty much all to say about the chapter, really. As I was reading the chapter, and it was mentioned that how about the details of the prison, about how there's other prisoners in this prison as well. I did start to come to be in a thought process of thinking, okay, it's not only going to be all for one who breaks out. And essentially, by the end of the chapter, that's what we have. All of the other prisoners who are in the prison with all for one have broken out as well. What I was thinking and hoping was that these villains were just other dangerous people who did their own thing in their own time, and therefore we could have at least some more arcs of interest, and rather than just not always focusing on our end game. But it seems like at some point, old generation or new generation, because Masila was there, because he was there. So either old generation or new generation, all these villains that are in this one place have has worked for the League of Villains. And like I said, just previously right now, I think it's a missed, I honestly do think it's a missed opportunity to not have at least some of them, at least one or two of them from different factors of life, because like I said, could have led to an exciting arc with them not having the main focus on the thing. So I think there's one other thing that I do want to mention about this chapter before I wrap up and call it a review. So Shiggy, my boy, Shiggy. We know that All for One took over Shiggy's body, and he's been driving. He's been driving right now. But within this chapter, Shiggy comes back, and now he hasn't got control, but he's there. He's there mentally. He's talking. He's talking. He's communicating with All for One, and he's like, "Yo, I want my body back. I want my body back. I want my body back," kind of thing. And All for One's like, "Sure, just let me do what I gotta do." And then I got you kind of vibe. But I wanted to mention that he is back, obviously, because it happened in the chapter. But I'm having a hard time believing what he has to say, what one All for One has to say. I think he's snaky. I think he's either gonna try. Yeah, I reckon he's on the line. But basically, I don't trust him. I reckon he's gonna try and take over um Shiggy's body, so he's controls. He can have a new body, be fresh, revitalized, youthful, all them kind of vibes. When you have the old man character who takes over the young body or wants to take over the young body. I think we're going with that kind of vibe, and that will lead to him being the last boss. But I don't want that to happen. I want this to be a thing where we have the new generation, because the story at the end of the day of My Hero Academia is One for All versus All for One, and the OG One for All and All for One, they had their spout. Let it be taken over to the new generation and let them have their spout. So I want Shiggy to man up, get his body back, and overcome All for One, the original one, and show that he's bigger and better than he ever was. And then we have our showdown with Deku and Shiggy once and for all. That's what I want. Will we get that? Who knows? Only time can tell about that. I think this chapter was fairly standard. Like I said on the last chapter, it is a good, smart move to attack this prison now, seeing as how they're coming off the war, so it is a good time to attack. That has not changed, but I think the chapter was pretty standard, not really that exciting. We're just going along with the story, which is going at a very nice pace at the moment. Lost Ark was kind of dragging. I'm just saying, but we'll see what this arc is saying, and we'll call it the breakout arc for now. But we'll see what that's saying. 3-star rating, calling it a review. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you have not already, please, guys, my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.